Saints 365 is a passion project to glorify God and honor His saints. This project is based upon the book, The Lives of the Saints by Father Alban Butler.
June 6th. St. Norbert, Bishop. Of noble rank and rare talents, Norbert passed a most pious youth and entered the ecclesiastical state. By a strange contradiction, his conduct now became a scandal to his sacred calling, and at the court of Emperor Henry IV, he led, like many clerics of that age, a life of dissipation and luxury. One day, when he was 30 years of age, he was thrown half dead from his horse, and on recovering his senses resolved upon a new life. After a severe and searching preparation, he was ordained priest and began to expose the abuses of his order. Silenced at first by a local council, he obtained the Pope's sanction and preached penance to listening crowds in France and the Netherlands. In the wild vale of Prémontré, he gave to some trained disciples the rule of St. Austin, and a white habit to denote the angelic purity proper to the priesthood. The canons regular, or premonstratensians as they were called, were to unite the active work of the county clergy with the obligations of the monastic life. Their fervor renewed the spirit of the priesthood, quickened the faith of the people, and drove out heresy. A vile heretic named Tenkelin appeared at Antwerp in the time of St. Norbert and denied the reality of the priesthood, and especially blasphemed the Blessed Eucharist. The saint was sent for to drive out the pest. By his burning words he exposed the impostor and rekindled the faith in the Blessed Sacrament. Many of the apostates had proved their contempt for the Blessed Sacrament by burying it in filthy places. Norbert bade them search for the sacred hosts. They found them entire and uninjured, and the saint bore them back in triumph to the tabernacle. Hence he is generally painted with the monstrance in his hand. In 1126, Norbert found himself appointed Bishop of Magdeburg, and there, at the risk of his life, he zealously carried on his work of reform, and died, worn out with toil, at the age of 53. Reflection. Reparation for the injuries offered to the Blessed Sacrament was the aim of St. Norbert's great work of reform, in himself, in the clergy, and in the faithful. How much does our present worship repair for our own past irreverences, for the outrages offered by others at the Blessed Sacrament? St. Norbert, pray for us.
Saints 365 is narrated by Rob Roller, edited by Josh Bach, and produced by Our Local Parish Productions. Funding for this project is made possible by Catholic businesses. Please go to the business directory at ourlocalparish.com to support these generous businesses. Thank you for listening. God bless.